Ezekiel chapter 8. And it comes to pass in the 6th year, in the 6th month, on the 5th of the month, I am sitting in my house, and the elderly of Judah are sitting before me. And there a hand of Lord YHWH falls on me. And I look, and behold, a likeness as the appearance of fire, from the appearance of his loins and downward, fire, and from his loins and upward, as the appearance of brightness, as the color of electrum. And he puts forth a form of a hand, and takes me by a lock of my head. And the Spirit lifts me up between the earth and the heavens, and brings me to Jerusalem, in visions of God, to the opening of the inner gate that is facing the north, where the seat of the figure of jealousy is, that is making jealous. And behold, there the glory of the God of Israel is as the appearance that I saw in the valley. And he says to me, Son of man, now lift up your eyes toward the way of the north. And I lift up my eyes toward the way of the north, and behold, on the north of the gate of the altar is this figure of jealousy at the entrance. And he says to me, Son of man, are you seeing what they are doing, the great abominations that the house of Israel is doing here, to keep far off from my sanctuary? And turn again, and see great abominations. And he brings me to an opening of the court, and I look, and behold, a hole in the wall. And he says to me, Son of man, now dig through the wall. And I dig through the wall, and behold, an opening. And he says to me, Go in, and see the evil abominations that they are doing there. And I go in, and look, and behold, every form of creeping thing and detestable beast, and all the idols of the house of Israel, carved on the wall, all around, and 70 men from the elderly of the house of Israel, and Jaazaniah, son of Shaphan, standing in their midst, are standing before them, and each with his censer in his hand, and the abundance of the cloud of the incense is going up. And he says to me, Have you seen, Son of man, that which elderly of the house of Israel are doing in the darkness, each in the inner chambers of his imagery? For they are saying, Yahweh is not seeing us. Yahweh has forsaken the land. And he says to me, Turn again, and see the great abominations that they are doing. And he brings me to the opening of the gate of the house of Yahweh that is at the north, and behold, there the women are sitting, weeping for Tammuz. And he says to me, Have you seen, Son of man? Turn again, and see greater abominations than these. And he brings me into the inner court of the house of Yahweh, and behold, at the opening of the temple of Yahweh, between the porch and the altar, about 25 men, their backs toward the temple of Yahweh, and their faces eastward, and they are bowing themselves eastward to the sun. And he says to me, Have you seen, Son of man? Has it been a light thing to the house of Judah to do the abomination that they have done here, that they have filled the land with violence, and turned back to provoke me to anger? And behold, they are putting forth the branch to their nose. And I also deal in fury, my eye does not pity, nor do I spare. And they have cried with a loud voice in my ears, and I do not hear them.